Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. There we go.
We've been talking about the introduction to this show.
Yeah. And the fact that we don't have one.
We don't have one. And you were just saying that there needs to be a big thing where we acknowledge everyone.
Yeah, like dancing girls. And now it's time for Get Ready.
And then the backdrop opens and we come
Here's
in.
Joel.
And Akmal.
You don't want that?
No, I think it's
low key.
I think this whole thing is meant to be us just having a chat, right? So,
well, there's a pandemic on. You don't want to seem too jovial because people might get annoyed.
No, yeah.
You know, you kind of want to reflect the mood of the world at the moment.
So we should start this on a very somber note.
And it's great. Well, on a positive note, toilet paper's back.
It's back.
I think they were holding it in
a big way.
Wait, watch them get crazy, and then we'll release them.
Did you notice there's weird brands of toilet paper that came out though? Like there's one called like Eye Care with a koala holding onto the thing. There's weird like brands that suddenly started appearing on shelves.
Yeah,
like Sorbent and
homemade toilet paper.
Yeah, it's questionable.
People are
It's like the hand sanitizer. There's some weird brands of hand sanitizer coming out as well. I know
this feels just like cooking oil. No, it's not. It's hand sanitizer. Yeah, try it.
Cooking oil mixed with petrol. It's great.
Yeah.
Just don't smoke around it.
Don't smoke around it. Guaranteed to kill, and don't drink bleach.
Yes, don't.
The people, Americans are going. The bleach. Bleach industry is doing really well.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Well, thanks, Mr. President.
Yep.
We weren't selling any bleach, and then suddenly it's off the shelves.
And tanning beds.
And injecting and syringes.
Mm-hmm. Syringes have done well.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's interesting. I saw an article talking about how local countries need to bring back a sense of industry, because we're so reliant on overseas imports.
Mostly.
On China mainly.
China, because they work for free.
Yeah.
That's it. If you work for free, then the stuff becomes cheaper.
Yes.
It's all about greed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. People aren't interested in quality or...
No, it's just what can be the cheapest. But basically, it's going to be, all right, what's the next country? Because if it's not continued with China, what's the next country that can be exploited for cheap goods, essentially?
Taiwan.
Yeah.
Which is probably China.
Let me just move that over a little bit. There we go. Just
is that better?
Yeah, I think that's a bit better.
In my face?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, that's
People
good.
need to see my face.
Yes, they do. They need to see Saleh's face.
In all his glory.
Or for anyone listening to this, though, they can...
well, they feel it. They sense that my face is not obstructed.
Yeah, they sense that it radiates.
That's right. It radiates with coronavirus. No, it's people are quite... nervous and scared, and I don't know. I'm not.
No,
I don't care.
But you don't let a lot get to you anyway.
Nah.
Like, you're pretty chill about a lot of things. Like, remember that time when we were on tour and our wallets were stolen from backstage?
Well, yeah, that we lost like 3. Well, we had because we did merch.
Yeah, you had all the merch money in your wallet.
Stupidly, I had it backstage. I thought, who comes backstage?
Yeah.
No one's going to come. And if they do, they're not going to rob us.
No. We're not that bad.
People are decent.
Yeah.
People are decent,
That was in Southwest Rocks.
Southwest Rocks.
We've
never been...
No, that was the first... No, and we'd never been there before either. We're doing a coastal run.
Yeah.
It was in January.
It's an obscure town.
It is.
Full of robbers and dodgy people.
Well, it was actually a lovely town. It was a nice coastal sort of beach town.
Let us not have this bad experience reflect our view of the town.
No.
Because there might be decent people.
Yes.
Although I doubt it.
No. Well, we were doing a gig at the club there.
Yeah, and we had the merch.
No, what happens whenever you and I are on the road, you usually... You lose things easily.
Yes,
would you say that, Saleh?
Yes.
Phones, wallets, keys,
everything.
Wedding rings.
Yes. Wife.
Where's your ring now?
I've lost it. I do.
Seriously?
No, I've lost 3
again?
now. Yeah, I lose mobile phones. I just
because we were doing doing that gig in the Blue Mountains that time.
I lost it, and then we came back.
And we drove. We were leaving. We're driving back down the Blue Mountains, back down to Sydney, and you went, oh fuck, my ring. I quickly pulled over. We drove all the way back up to the venue. We were looking everywhere, and the people working there were looking everywhere. And we just said, look, if it comes up, can you please send it? We gave them the address and everything, and they assured us they would. And we kept on driving back down. You're like, the fuck? What is this?" And he looked underneath and pulled it out, and there it was on the
up my ass.
seat.
The ring was up
Like
my
a
ass.
magic trick.
No, it's all right.
And so you'd left it in hotel rooms before, and
I've
they'd
lost a
sent it
lot
to
of
you.
things. Yeah, and my brain. People say, "Why didn't you have kids?" So I don't have. We don't have kids, me and my wife, and that's because I'd probably lose them.
Yeah.
So where's what's his face?
Yeah. But you have
have you
dogs.
seen-
You never lost the dogs, though.
No, it's my wife. She looks after them.
Yeah,
they're
oh,
my
that's-
wife's dogs.
Well, maybe your wife would look after the kids.
She looks after me.
Did you regret not having kids?
No,
No.
not for a second.
No.
It's one of those things that I've made a lot of mistakes, and you keep reminding me of most of them throughout my life. But this is one decision where I thought, yes, this was the correct decision. Because why do people just have kids like,
Just for the sake of it.
just for the
It's
sake
it's
of
what
it.
you're meant to do.
It's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
No, you're not meant to do
but
that.
that's what the mindset is. It's what you're meant to do.
Yeah, that's
then
what you're here for.
and
No,
then-
we got too many of us.
Overpopulated world.
We're overpopulated, and look in the mirror. Do you really want more of you? No, is the answer. That's what I said to myself when I was
Yeah.
like 17 or something. I said, no, I don't want more of that.
So you made that decision early.
Very early. And I
Right.
was very careful,
But you're great with kids. I've seen you. Kids love you. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
little kids. Like there's something about you that's very.
Well, I'm their height
Yeah.
and
You
mentally
see eye
probably
to eye.
similar. Yeah, we were like the same toys, and
Yeah.
and we both dribble when we eat. But no, I like children, but I like giraffes too. I don't want to take one home with me. It's a huge thing. And
Well, you're doing your thing for the planet, actually, because the overpopulation problems with the world at the moment.
me and the
project-
coronavirus are doing our bit for population control. No, but look, I think people take it for granted. These guys have kids, and they got and then I got friends of mine who've told their kids that if I could take back time, I wouldn't have you.
Really?
Yeah,
How old are the kids when they tell them that?
teenagers.
Wow.
Yeah, just
that's great for their self-esteem.
Well, my friend, the dentist.
Yeah.
who-
Oh, yes,
we
yes.
don't mention his name in case, but he tells his kids regularly.
Really? But they've done well.
they've done very well. Yeah.
But what they've
He says to them, "You were a mistake, and you were a mistake. But your mum tricked me into having sex with her, and she told me she was on the pill, but Dad, twice. Well, I forgot the first time.
He's very gullible.
He's very gullible, and he loves sex.
yeah.
And so he tells them every day. He says,
Really?
because
So,
you
but
kids. He says you kids have been a terrible investment. Like I've spent so much money on you, and I don't get anything back.
Ah.
If I'd spend that money on property or on shares, I would have got some dividends.
Jeez.
But with you just keep taking. That's all you do.
Wow.
Yeah.
To go. They've got to feel very good about it.
But you know who they are.
I know exactly who you're talking
It helps
about.
explain them, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
sure.
Yeah.
But I've met him. To me, he was a very nice guy. He was
He's
very-
nice.
Yeah.
But very.
Not to his kids.
Not. He's nice is
But
one thing. But
I was thinking he was going to say, listen, you were a mistake initially, but I'm so glad. That
No.
is the best mistake. No?
he says, you guys have been a terrible investment. Seriously, if I could take back time, I would not have had you.
Wow.
They go, thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
And that's why they,
Wow.
they robbed him.
Because I know with me and my brother, my mum really wanted to have kids, us too. I think my dad was a bit like, but mum really wanted us.
Can I put something out there that has been playing on my mind for a long time? And I think this is a good platform now to kind of bring it out, right?
Yeah.
Might as well, because you're going to be at your most vulnerable now. I think your mum had an affair.
What?
No, because listen, hear me out, right? Don't judge it too quickly.
Yeah.
Because you look nothing like your brother or your dad. You're far more handsome. You're tall. And your brother looks identical. He looks like a slightly younger version of your dad, right? They act the same genetic makeup. You're 6'5". You got a full head of hair. You look nothing like your dad or your brother.
What about my mum?
Yeah, you got a bit of your mum, but mostly I think she probably
What, had an affair with Eric Banner?
Eric Banner's dad. She had an affair with Banner's dad.
Yeah.
and she had you.
Wow.
I would look. It's just
Is this a serious theory?
Yes.
Saleh?
No,
How long have you been holding on to this theory for?
the first time I met your brother. I thought, brothers. This guy and you, they're different genes altogether.
I have
you know.
something that may debunk this theory of yours, Saleh.
Go on.
I have physically more similarities with my grandfather.
Yes.
He was very tall.
Yes.
He
Your mum's mum?
No. My dad's.
Oh,
My
your
mum's
dad.
mum.
Oh, no, your mum's dad.
Yeah, my
Dad.
yeah, my mum's mum was a cross-dresser who, who
Wow.
looked a lot like me.
It's really, yeah. He
no,
fought the war in a dress.
Yeah, my dad's element of surprise. My
Yeah.
dad's mum. You got me going now.
No.
My dad's dad, my grandfather from my
Yes.
dad's side.
Just say grandfather's a bit easier.
Yeah, from my dad's side.
Yes.
Yeah, it was tall.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost his hair later on in life, but he did have a full head of hair.
Yes.
And he, that's where I get my height from.
I don't know. I
No?
think you should have a talk to mum.
Yeah.
Maybe
I should do one of those DNA checks.
Ask for a blood test.
Yeah.
Say, Mum, can I have some blood and urine?
Yeah.
And then test them.
So you're saying my mum was cheating?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I've met your dad. You can
Yeah.
understand it. Right? If I was married to your dad,
My
I
dad's
would...
going to be listening to this.
No, I like him. He's
Yeah.
a good bloke. But
Yeah.
if I was married to him, I would be cheating too. I mean, let's be
Dad
honest.
was a good-looking guy back in the day.
What?
I'll have to show you some photos. He was pretty suave.
Yeah.
He was a suave.
Was he suave?
kind of guy? Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, let's be honest here. Let's let's not.
Look, I'm being honest.
No.
So do you think I should have a chat with my mum and
I
find
think,
out?
Yeah. I think there might be more to this than meets the eye.
Really?
If you know what I mean.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm not casting aspersions on your mother. Mother's a lovely woman.
Yeah.
And I totally understand her wanting to get a taller,
But
more
apparently,
handsome man.
she
But look-
sleeps around.
She slept around with that guy, I'm sure.
The
Whatever
one-
he is. He's a handsome man.
So you don't think
Eric Banner's dad. That's what I'm betting on, because you look a lot like him.
Mm.
But it's just a theory. I mean, something that you can, you got time now. You can.
How long have you been
investigate.
holding on to this theory for?
Many years.
So I like it. It's now that you bring it. You
The
feel
first time-
compelled to bring it up now.
I
with
think.
me.
Well, it's a good time. This is
Yeah.
a platform where we can be honest
Okay.
and transparent,
Mhm.
right? And this is something I wouldn't normally bring up with
Yeah.
you, but when I met your dad and brother, I thought they're not related.
Really?
Nah.
What, to me? Or they're not related to each other?
No, they're related to each other.
All right.
They look like brothers.
Yeah.
But you're very different.
Ben looks a bit like Mum. Ben's got similarities to Mum.
Don't insult your mum. Please. Your mum would be very hurt if she heard that.
No, well, Ben was always he was a ladies' man back in his youthful
He
years.
was a lady man.
No, ladies' man.
Oh, ladies man.
Ladies' man,
Oh,
not a Bangkok lady man.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I know. I'm not questioning his virility or
Yeah.
his attraction to women, or
Yeah.
that's not in question.
Okay.
But the genetic similarities between
Right.
you and him are
Okay.
very different.
I'm gonna have to make some phone calls after this.
I think
I'm
it's
gonna
about
have to call
time.
Mum
yeah.
and-
Confront your mum. Say, what's going on, mum?
This is gonna be great. Akmal has a theory, Mum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's ring her.
No. Okay.
Go on.
Do you want to?
Yeah, ring her.
Oh, I gotta go get my phone though, and
What a
All right,
hassle,
all
huh?
right, okay.
What an effort you have to make to find out your genetic history.
well,
Ring
there's
her.
got to be. This isn't. The quality is not going to be very good with the
Well,
with
we
the call.
can,
All
we
right.
can edit it out.
Well, no, well,
No, don't.
well, we did use the call on that time that you called up.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
lady and said that you were.
But if your mum's not there or whatever, we
Okay,
can
well
easily,
let's just see.
But
Let's just see. See if it's ringing.
yeah. But you have to tell her that you're recording.
Yeah. Oh, of course I'll tell her that we're recording.
This call is being recorded
Yeah, well, she might not even answer this.
for quality.
No, it's not even. She's not even answering.
She's probably
She-
having sex with that guy.
Look, it's probably good she's not answering actually, but nah. Look, it's
No,
just
no,
gonna.
no.
This is making for great
Mrs. Osborne is busy.
great podcast.
Hi, the person
Nah.
Okay,
nah.
no.
All right. Well. that
Well,
didn't-
the mystery will remain.
The mystery-
Maybe next podcast we can reveal the result.
Yes. Okay.
I can do a blood test very
Okay,
quickly
all right.
if you want. I'm a doctor.
Okay.
No. So
All right. Okay. Well, there is that theory. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
That didn't go anywhere. We
Didn't go
couldn't
anywhere.
even get to the bottom of it.
No, I'm sorry I brought it up.
Yeah, and I can't call my dad and ask him because he's not going to be able to verify that, and it'll just make it
No,
very
no, you can't
uncomfortable.
verify that.
No.
No. Like, it's like people say, do you know, anyway. No.
Hang on, let me put this on silent because I don't want my mum calling me back during this.
yeah.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Alright.
Can we tighten this bit up? If you don't mind.
No, this is fine. Look, this whole podcast is very natural. We don't want to be editing this, Saleh, because
Well,
then when we
no.
edited it, it just
People
becomes-
know.
People know. People know when something's there.
Let's be totally transparent.
So we're going to be totally transparent in the last few minutes of total hogwash and
Yes.
and not having this answered.
So-
not having the phone call answered.
So what else, apart from your genetic sort of...
How do we even get onto this?
I don't
conversation?
know. You brought it up.
You just dropped this on me like a bloody bomb that this thing that you've been holding on to for years.
Yeah, I
that
feel
you've
better
just-
now that
that
it's
you've
out.
got this off your
It's
chest.
out, and I think
Okay.
you're going to thank me in the long run.
Okay. All right. Well, how do we even get to this? What were we talking? Oh, hang on. We're talking about the wallets being stolen.
Yes.
How do we get from wallets to you telling me that you don't even think my father's my real dad?
ADHD,
Yeah.
attention deficit
Okay.
I have that condition where my brain just
Yes.
moves too quickly.
So we're doing this gig, right?
Yes.
In Southwest Rocks.
Southwest Rocks.
And we and what happens is backstage all the time. You give me your wallet and stuff, and keys because you lose
And
stuff,
we've
right?
been on tour for weeks, so we've accumulated a fair bit. I had $3,000 in my wallet,
Yeah,
which I should have.
The wallet was just bulging.
Bulging, exactly. Is that a wallet in your pocket? Yes, it is.
And so we put it into the front zipper compartment on my bag, like we
Yeah.
do whenever before we ever go on stage. Take our phones, take our wallets, put them into that, zip it up. It's secure
Yeah.
backstage.
Yeah.
Now, particularly in this place, because in this club you couldn't get access. There was no doorway to get in from backstage.
So we
you
thought
had
we were- yeah.
you had to be backstage, and then you walk straight out onto stage behind the curtains.
Yeah.
So we do the gig. It was a fun gig. We had a good time.
Yeah, good time.
We're doing merch, right? We're off doing merch off to the side. We're just about to wrap up. The sound and lighting guy comes up, the tech for the show comes up and says, "Listen, I think someone's been backstage. Someone might have stolen something out of your bag. I'm not 100%, but I just bolted then from the merch line, run backstage, up, down.
You're like a soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm off. I'm
Yeah.
totally straight away.
Yeah, I'm like a grandmother. You know?
Yeah, well, you just stayed there.
No, I said I'm going to go to bed.
Well, no, I ran over, opened up the bags, wallets were gone. Both of our wallets were gone.
So it's like
And-
$3.5 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I come back and I'm like, I remember running back and go, Akmal, someone's stolen our wallets, and everyone in the line was like, oh my God, what's happened? And the guy says that he saw a girl going backstage, but she went behind the curtain. But he saw these 2 feet shuffling underneath the curtain.
2 feet?
Yeah, going along. And he saw it at the back of the room and thought, that's weird. So by the time he got back up, she was already in the backstage dressing room. And he
Yeah.
goes, what are you doing here? And she must have been quick off the mark, or she'd done
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
this
yeah,
before,
yeah.
because right away she said, oh, I'm friends with Akmal and Joel, and they told me to wait backstage for them.
That old chestnut.
And he went,
He
oh.
should have known. He said, no one's friends with Akmal and Joel.
not in Southwest Rocks.
No.
And so he left, but then she was gone. So that's when he came and told me, right?
Yeah.
So I went, oh, what are we going to do about this, right? And
Well, you know what I did? When you told me,
yeah.
what was my reaction?
Yeah. Oh well. I'm
gonna go to
Yeah.
bed.
Why don't we go back and think about this? And
I need to
overnight.
sleep.
So I drove.
That's my answer to everything. It's like the war broke out. I go, well, I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be a terrible soldier in war. Okay, we've got the battle on. Look, guys, I'd love to join you.
Yeah, but got to get some shut eye.
Catch up on my sleep.
Yeah, which is very important. Sleep is so important.
Very important.
But in times like this, no, there's priorities.
Well, not for me.
We went back to the hotel.
Oh, yeah.
And we cancelled our credit cards.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you cancel your credit cards? I can't remember.
don't
I know I
remember.
cancelled mine.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting there, and I said, you know what? This is wrong. Someone's come back. They've stolen our wallets. We've lost our licenses now. We need our license to drive. We're still on tour.
Credit
We needed to
cards.
get to the next town. We got
Yeah.
nothing now. Not to mention all of your money gone.
Yeah.
So I just had one of those sort of light bulb moments. That's it. I'm not sleeping until I get to the bottom of this and retrieve our wallets.
Okay.
And you went, well, good luck with that. I'm going to bed.
Good luck. I'll put my electric blanket on.
Let me know how that goes.
Remember that bit about this? Yeah.
So you went to bed.
Yeah.
I closed the door. I drove back to the club. I go back in. I see the guy, the tech guy's still there. I said, now you got a good you got a good look at this woman, right? And he goes, yeah. He goes,
You became Columbo, like a handsome, cool Columbo.
I'm not sleeping until we figure it out. And she, and he said,
there's something bothering me, man.
there's something going on here that doesn't sit right. So I got my trench coat. I went back there.
Yeah.
And I said to him, now you got a good ID on this woman. And he goes, yeah. He said, she had a great rack. And I went, all right, well.
That's where she put the money.
Can you identify that rack in future? I can.
Yeah,
I said, right, there's got to be CCTV footage at the top of the night, right? So I go to the management.
So you should have woken me up then. Because I wanted to look at the rack.
So I go to the manager and say, I need to look through your CCTV footage of the people arriving because she was clearly at the show, right? This guy can identify this. So we sit down, we go through the footage
at the beginning of the night. I don't need this one. Go home. Where did this bloke come from?
Actually, the manager was very helpful. He took us to where the footage was. I said, right, we need to go back to the beginning of the night before the show. We're going through, looking at it all. And the tech guy's there with me. He's looking at it all, looking at people getting out of their cars, people coming in. Yeah, and there's hundreds of people that we're going through, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, "That's it.
That's her.
That's the set of racks." That's you know. So, all right. So we go right.
And the girl came with the rack.
Yeah,
it wasn't just a rack.
No.
Oh, yeah.
So you see her getting out of the car that she came in, she was with other people, right? And you see her getting closer, bam. We freeze framed it. I took a photo with my phone so I would have it for later to identify this person, right?
Yeah, wow.
And then we noticed that she was with 2 other people.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, you know, if this was a TV show, it'll cut to me.
Cut back to you.
Under the doona. So warm.
With the heated blanket, yeah. So, back to me.
Yeah.
I take a photo of this. I notice that she arrived with 2 other people, right? We then go later on. We have footage of her leaving, right? But she's leaving by herself.
Uh-oh.
The 2 other people have not left.
Oh.
I thought they're in the club. The 2 other people are in the club.
Must be.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the manager came in. We identified them, the 2 other people. I said to the security guard came in. I said, you have to track down these people in the club, and come and let me know and hold them because I need to talk to them, right? Because they'll be able to take us to this lady. He takes off. I'm still looking through more footage, trying to find out more details. The security guard comes in and says, yep. I found the 2 people. I said, great, bring them in and we'll talk to them. He goes, oh no, they just left. They just walked out the front door. So what are you talking about? They just left.
What do you mean?
These are our witnesses. And he goes, I can't hold them. I can't tell them. I said, oh, well, okay, what door did they go? I bolt out the door. I ran out into the car park and I see them in the distance. I bolt towards them and I called out and hey, and they turned around and they go, oh, hey, we love the show. It was great.
Anyway.
I went, yeah. I said, where's the girl that you were with? And she said, what, my sister? I went, oh, right, your sister. I said, where is your sister? And he goes, oh, she went home already. And I said, I need to talk to her. And they're like, why? And I said,
because she's got a great rack.
I said, I believe she has stolen my wallet and Akmal's wallet. And she went, no way. There's no way that she would. She would do that. And I said, well, I have it from a very reliable source who saw your sister backstage, and then our wallets went missing. So that leads me to believe your sister stole our wallet.
You're the Australian Perot.
And she said, all right, well, I'm going to. I'll go home. I'll ask her about this. And what's your phone number? I said, no.
We won't be having any of that.
I said, no. I said, listen. I'm going to be coming with you to, and she said, well, no, I don't feel comfortable with that. And I said, listen, the police are going to get involved in this situation. If you want this to be settled between us, yes, you'll do the right thing. And and if what you say, your sister did not steal our wallet, well then, so be it. But I said at this point, I need to talk to your sister.
It's getting meanwhile, it's a time to cut to me now.
Yeah.
Oh God, I've got to get up for a piss, but it's so warm in here. I wonder what Joel's doing.
Cut back to me.
Yes.
I said, listen, I'm going to run back inside to get the tech guy so that he can identify your sister. But I'd never seen this before or never seen this technique. But it just came to me. If you leave these 2 now, you're not going to have any ID on them. You're not going to know who they are. So I said, listen, I need to take a photo of your license.
Wow, man, you went all out.
And she pulled out her license. I took a photo of it. I gave it back to her. I said, now I have your details here. I need you to wait here in the car park for me. Because I had her address, right? So I ran back in, got the sound guy. I said, would you come with me to it? And he said, yeah, of course. So he took off with me.
You got a lot of authority.
Well, yeah, I know. I don't know
of course.
what it was.
Hey, maybe they were scared. Maybe they thought you were someone. Maybe they thought you were Eric Bana.
Yeah, and they thought, we don't want to mess with this guy. We've seen Munich. We know what he's capable of. So we took off to the... we took off and followed these through Southwest Rocks into the neighbourhood, and we pull up outside of the place.
Meanwhile, I've just had a piss and I'm going back under my doona now.
Meanwhile, back to Saleh, and she said, "Listen, we're going to go into, we'll go in and get her." And I thought they could just bail on us, right? I said, "You need to leave something behind with us, so that I know that you're going to come back." And so she left her handbag with me,
right?
And I thought, well, she's very trusting, and she
should have robbed her. That would have been fair.
It was the most elaborate robbing, and she said, "My sister wouldn't do this. My sister's not this type of person." I said, "Well, let's just clarify and clear her name." She took off. She came back and said, "Look, my sister's asleep. I don't want to wake her up." I said, "Look, you're waking her up, right? This is ridiculous.
You really took control.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't care if she's asleep. We need to get our wallets. We need our IDs back. We need the money back." She takes off back in there. We're still waiting in the car out front. Jump cut back to Saleh. He's rolling over.
Farted.
Yeah.
And then rolled over on his side.
Back to it. It's so weird that you said that, because I just thought of that. I just thought Saleh's farted, but I thought, I don't want to be derogatory.
No, it's not derogatory. It's natural.
It's factual.
And if it's a warm doona, what better? Yeah. No,
Back to us in the car.
It's a victimless crime.
Now this guy comes out, walking out of this house. And she said to me, "Look away, I don't want you to see which house I'm going into." We're parked outside the house, right? So this other guy comes out, some random guy, and he goes, "Are you Joel Osborne?" And I went, "Yeah." And he goes, "I saw you a few weeks ago on tour. Hilarious. I love the act and blah, blah." He goes, "Yeah, what's going on here? I've come to visit my girlfriend, but she's asleep at the moment." And I said...
It's all coming together.
Yeah, and I said, "So you weren't at the show tonight?" He goes, No, I arrived into town late tonight." And I said, "Listen, this is a situation. Akmal and I are in town doing a gig. We believe that your girlfriend's stolen our wallets." And he went, "No." I said, "Listen, this gentleman here..."
The only thing she stole is my heart. That's all. He probably wasn't that clever.
Yeah. In response, the guy says, "Yep, I identified her from the CCTV footage. She was the one that stole the wallets. The wallets went missing." He was like, "All right, hang on a minute, mate.
Hang on."
He went. He was like, "This is not right."
Yeah.
This guy had a moral conscience. Conscience.
Yeah.
He went inside. He comes back out. He has your ID and my ID.
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, this is it. This proves that she's got the wallets." And he said, "No, she said she only stole the IDs. She left the wallets behind."
No, that old chestnut. Of course.
So you're going to
$3.5 grand.
Yes.
I'll leave the money and I'll take the photo of Akmal.
Yeah, and Joel.
Yes. They'll come in handy.
Their licenses will come in handy.
Yeah. When I want to buy alcohol.
I said, "Well, where are the wallets?" And the sister came out because they'd woken up the girl. And she said they're back at the club, and I said, "All right, you get her up, you get her dressed. We're going back to the club."
Did you have to get her dressed?
Well, she was sleeping. She was
I know,
asleep.
But we could have, it doesn't matter. Sorry.
So
I'm saying, you have to add that in.
If Saleh was there, it would be, "Don't worry, just come along now.
Just
don't worry about that.
We don't have time for you to get dressed."
Yes, come on, quick. We need to get those wallets."
Wow, look at that rack.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said, "No, I'm sorry." I said, "Are you from Iraq?"
So we all, like a convoy, go back to the club. The boyfriend's there, the girlfriend, the two other, me with the sound guy. I'm just thinking, God, I hope the club's still open, right?
LAPD kind of.
Yeah. We get back to the club. It's all locked up.
Oh.
So I said, right, I just got a feeling there's got to be someone still in the club, right? So, like doing cleaning or lockdown or whatever.
Lockdown.
So when they you do the final lockdown of the club, and so I go, I'm banging on the side door. The door opens. It's the manager.
Oh, it's the manager. Yeah.
I said, and then he opened the door and there's like a heap of us. There's a whole group of us there.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's this?" I said, "We've got the girlfriend." And he goes, "What? You found where she lives? She's
Wow,
here?"
yeah.
So she came. She was clearly very drunk. She'd drunk a lot, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, "I don't know where the wallets are. I don't even know. They're probably over there in the toilet." I said, "Look, think. Where did you see the wallets lie?" And she goes, "In the toilets." So we went into the toilets in the main part of the club, and she's like, "I'm like, well, there's no, I don't see any wallets in here." And she goes, "Oh no, maybe they're in the other toilets." And I'm going, "She better not be giving us a run around here, right?"
She might be. She might be giving a run around.
So we go into the second toilets that were closer towards where the actual theatre was or the venue was.
Yeah.
I go into the men's, nothing in there, obviously. I go into the women's. She goes, "I left them in by the side of the toilet." I open it up. There's nothing there, except for a sanitary waste unit.
Oh.
And
no,
I
Joel, no.
know. I go, "Oh no!" So with my, you know how I am with germs and hygiene
and sanitary bins.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
So I
don't tell me.
I did like this half wing chung kick and hit the side of the bin that popped the top off the whole sanitary.
Wow, that's a good trick.
Oh, yeah.
Did you film that?
Yeah, no, I wish.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, it'd be like my signature. If I was a PI, that would have been like my signature move.
He's the guy that.
Yeah.
And
so
maybe only solve crimes related to sanitary bins. The sanitary bin.
That's my specialty.
Yeah.
And there was this smell, a waft that came out, and I was like, "Oh
no!"
I look inside the bin.
Our wallets.
Wallets are in the bin.
Oh.
I said to her, "Right, you're going in.
You're going in.
Yeah, I said, "I'm not touching it."
Put her goggles on.
And she went, "No, that's disgusting." I said to the manager, "All right, can you get me a garbage bag, right?" So he got the garbage bag. I put my hand into the garbage bag.
That's how the coronavirus started. It started in Southwest thing, whatever it was, the town. What's it?
Southwest Rocks.
Southwest Rocks.
I put my hand into the bin. I take the two wallets out. I then put both hands into the thing. It's like that. So you know when you see people when they're like with the virus, when they got their arms in the thing and they're working with the
they got like masks on. And
I know they got protection. All I had was this bloody plastic
You should have been
bag.
sprayed. You should have been sprayed.
I should have had one of those what are they? Hazmat suits?
Hazmat suits.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
And so
Hazmat sounds like a Lebanese guy.
Yeah,
Hey, Hazmat, where's my car?
Chicken before lamb. so here I go over. I put both hands into the thing, so they're like makeshift gloves. I open it up.
Yeah.
There's no money.
Oh yeah, no surprise. I mean, she's going
No
to
money.
throw the money.
I then put
She's not that dumb.
I then put the wallets like
It'd
that.
be terrible if she threw the money away and kept the wallets.
Kept the wallets, yeah, that would have been,
idiot.
But you could wash it. But I put both hands like that and did this kind of move where I went like that, which reversed the bag inside out, so that they were then inside of the bag. So I said, "Right, where's the money? There's like
Where's
$3.5
the
grand here. We need the money."
Yeah.
And she's like, "I don't have the money." And I said, "Well, what happened to them?" And she goes, I only took out the ID and I threw the wallets away." I said, "So you were seriously expecting me to believe
Who are you dealing with?
in all of my PI detective,
all my
prowess,
years of, exposing crime.
yes, to believe that you would open up a wallet that has $3.5 grand that you've stolen, take out our ID, and just throw it away? Why would you do that?" And she goes, "Because I thought it would be funny."
Oh, funny.
I said, "Listen,
everyone's a comedian."
Yeah, I said, "Listen, as a comedian, I fail to see the punchline or
There's
the
no
joke here.
punchline, no.
How is this
And
funny?"
no one would have watched it. So what?
Yeah.
It would have only been funny to her.
Yeah, just what, to have our IDs? Well, that's hilarious. I said, "Listen, we're on tour here. I've already cancelled all my credit cards. We're on tour. We couldn't drive to the next town if we didn't have our ID. Plus, we're now out of pocket of $3.5 grand." She goes, "Well, what do you want me to do about it?" And I said, "Well, pay us back the $3.5 grand." And she said, "No, I don't have it." I said, "All right." I said, "Listen, this has been a long night for all of us here.
Been a long night.
Been
For
a
you
long night.
Not
Yes.
for me.
Yeah, been a long night, right?
No, I was like
Well,
dreaming.
well, for everyone else that was bothered.
No, I was in bed.
And I said, "I'm going to let you sleep on this overnight, all right?" Akmal and I are coming back in the morning to get our money, right? I said, "This is my phone number." I gave her my number. I said, "Just sleep on it. When you sober up in the morning and think about what you've done tonight, then with a clear mind you can call us and we'll come over, collect the money."
Yes.
And also, I said, but before we go, I need your ID.
Yeah.
So I got her ID and took a photo of that too. So I had it as backup, right? So I would know, not just a sister. I had.
No. You were onto it, man.
So anyway,
you're in the wrong profession.
They took off and went home, and the manager's like, what the hell? He goes, in all of my years, I have never seen anything like this before. Let alone someone track down the woman who's stolen the wallets. He goes, this is crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
So anyway. We took off. I went back to your room. Dun, 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 on your room. You opened up. Oh, what's going on in your underpants?
Is it morning already? Do we have to go now? Breakfast.
I said, I got the wallets, and you went, you what? I said, I got the wallets. He goes, how did? Tell me in the morning.
Back to bed.
Yeah, I said, anyway, I got your wallet here. I'll get. I said, and you went to reach in back. I went, no. It's been in a sanitary waste unit, Akmal.
Well,
Don't touch
that
it.
Sounds alright.
Yeah. And you just reached, you took it down. And you went, where's the money? And I said, but look, we got to sort this out in the morning. He goes, oh well. Door
back
closed. Back to bed.
Yep.
Right. So the next morning we wake up.
And then I put the do not disturb.
Yeah. Next morning we woke up. We went and had breakfast. Right. Because you mustn't have cancelled your card because we had to pay for the breakfast somehow.
I was asleep, you know. Yeah.
It got to 10 a.m.
Luckily.
It got to 10 a.m. With the time that she was meant to call. No call. I look at you. I said, well, what are we going to do, Saleh? And you went, we're going over. So we took off to the house.
Yeah,
we walked up to a
really
door.
fast, too. Yeah. Like we spun the wheel.
Yeah.
Like exactly like
it's very cinematic.
Yeah.
It's like Tubbs and Crockett from Miami Vice.
Exactly. Tubbs and I was Tubbs.
Yeah.
You're Crockett.
We took off there. We arrived. She answered the door like, yeah, what do you want? You know, I remember her attitude was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember she had her arm bandaged up there. And I thought that was peculiar, but anyway, I just made because now that I am a private detective, I made a mental note of that.
No, you got qualified very quickly.
Yes, and you said, "Where's our money?" And she went, "Well, what are you talking about?" I said, "We went over this last night."
Yes.
And she went, "Look, I don't have your money. I told you last night. There's nothing I can do about it." And that's when Saleh, good cop, bad cop.
Her boyfriend was there, just standing like scared,
scared
of us.
The boyfriend's there in a brand new mink coat. He's got Diamante.
He's got a wad of cash in his pocket.
There's a brand new Maserati out front. Hang on. So it was a down payment on the Maserati. You couldn't buy a Maserati for $3,500. I know that now.
Well, you can in Southwest Rocks.
Yes.
From a guy called Barry.
So this is where Saleh snapped. And Saleh said, listen.
Pretend snap.
You said, listen, my mate was up all night last night having to figure this out. You've stolen our wallets. You've stolen our cash. You've jeopardized this tour.
That was my turn.
Yeah. You said,
and then I stopped at line.
You went, right. So
we need the money.
And she was like, I don't have the money. And then you said, listen, I'm crazy, all right?
You have to know this about me.
This is what you said, I'm crazy. We have a gig tonight. It's sold out. I'm cancelling that gig. I'm going down to the disposal store and buying a tent. I'm pitching that tent on your front lawn here, and I'm not leaving until we get our money back. That's what's going to happen.
Whenever you pull the crazy thing, crazy shit, people can't handle it. That's got me out of a lot of trouble.
And she's just looking at you like, my God, this is so surreal. Like, here's Akmal Saleh yelling at me on my front, you know, just having a mental breakdown.
So I'm gonna buy a tent.
When you said you're gonna buy
a good quality tent.
That's pretty creative.
4-man tent.
And I said to her, listen, I stopped you, Saleh, and I said, listen, we've kept this out of the authorities' hands so far. I've tried to do the right thing by you in this situation, but you leave us no other option. We're going to have to go to the authorities now on this. And she was like, and just slammed the door. I went, right. We went to the police, Southwest Rocks Police. We sat down with him. I briefed him on the whole story. I showed him all the footage. And the cop was just like, my God. I remember him saying, let me just say, you have shown immense restraint in this situation. Because I know of a lot of people under the same circumstances that were not be coming to the police, telling the story. They would have taken matters into their own hands, and then eventually the police might have had to have got involved.
Yeah, right? That's good. That's the kind of town we were dealing with.
Yeah. So
you mean he didn't stab her? No, I didn't. She didn't stab you?
No.
Oh, you showed a lot of restraint.
Yeah. Well, as it turns out, there was some stabbing involved in this night.
Yes.
he said, listen, I'm going to go to her and see her and just give her a visit. And
She was well known to the police. A well-known...
well, I don't know if she was.
Oh, maybe she was.
I don't know if she was well known.
Well, I'll take that back.
But he had a.
He'd never heard of it.
He had the ID because I had the ID.
Yeah,
And even the policeman, he was like, "Wow, I'm surprised at the amount of evidence that you brought forward here with this."
And then he turned to the other cops and says, "See, you should make that much effort in crime." You go, wow, you're great. They've got a photo of you up there now.
So he said, "Listen, I'm going to go over. Wait here at the police station. I'll come straight back after talking to her."
Mm-hmm.
He goes, returns. He says, "Look, I've sat down with her. I've had a conversation. She's later in the night. She had some incident where she started cutting herself. So she went to the hospital. They bandaged it up, and you and I started feeling sorry for her." And thought,
So attempted suicide.
Yeah, well, she's not. Well, I know it was up here. She would be down there.
Yeah, wasn't a serious attempt.
No, it was more
half-hearted
of a
attempt.
more of a just sort of cut. Yeah, so.
At that point, I actually said to you, let's forget about
No,
the
this
money.
was later. This was later. She said she's got $500 and she's going to bring back to you guys. Well, what about the other $3,000? Well, and so she ended up coming back, and she gave us the $500, and she says that she borrowed it off her sister, I believe,
bullshit.
because she was saying to the sister,
You know where the rest is gone? So you know where the rest is
Where?
gone? She bribed the policeman.
oh yeah,
That's
how they work in Southwest Rocks.
Go away.
And I looked at the bandage on her arm. I felt sorry for her.
Yeah.
And I said to her, look, the police officer told us about the incident with what happened with the arm. I said, I don't know what sort of state you are in your life at the moment.
Well, you just became Dr. Phil. You went from
from Peru
to Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. Well, I
did
money or
too.
not, I felt bad for her. And I said, listen, just know that you have people in your life that love you. I said, your boyfriend that traveled to see you last night, he seems like a nice guy. I said, and your sister, her first reaction when I told her about this was, my sister would never do something like this. So you have people that believe in you.
Not anymore.
I said, let's just hope this is a one-off incident, but just know that you got people in your life that care about you, right?
That's very compassionate.
Well, I just felt like if she was to do something else stupid, like whatever, the $3,000, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Obviously, there's some issues there.
Yeah, we were driving, and we were about half an hour out of town talking about this, and we then thought, oh my god, what if she does something else? And then we nearly turned the car around and took it back to give her back the $500, but then I thought, no, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So
we should just forget the rest.
just leave it be, and then we continued on our way on the rest of the tour.
Wow, you're amazing. Not only did you bust the crime, you also gave great advice. So you became a psychologist, a police officer, a bodyguard.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, I played the part of a comedian earlier that night.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that. Isn't it funny?
We provided the show.
The main reason you were there, everyone forgot about it.
Yeah.
He's amazing. That was a good story actually, but I do remember. I forgot that she did that.
Yeah.
That's quite sad. But
yeah. And actually, I have photos of that too. I have photos of the of the CCTV footage and the licenses and everything.
Oh
too.
yeah. You still kept that?
Yeah, I'll have to have a look through. Maybe we'll include it in this.
The crime files.
Yeah.
The X files.
Yeah.
Let me just check.
The Southwest Rocks files.
We've got a file out on you now, so be careful.
And I then I did have to buy a new wallet. Yeah, which my brother gave me that wallet too. So I went back to the same place.
You should give it back to him. Say, look, it's got a bit of, stuff
do,
on it.
do a DNA test on it.
Yeah. No, it's but she got $3,500. Well, she got $3,000
out of it.
That's all right. Now, if she aimed a bit higher and went to backstage where Carl was performing, paid a house off.
Carl Barron. She would have.
Bought a
She would have been
Ferrari.
able to retire.
Yeah.
I was talking
and
to
Carl would have gone to bed too.
Yeah. I was talking to Carl the other day, and he's in the same boat as us. Everything cancelled. He was doing an arena tour. And like 20,000 seat venues and all cancelled.
Oh yeah, but he'll come back.
Yeah.
good on him. You know, can't feel sorry for Carl. Feel sorry for us. We're broke. He's got $50 million. Little, you know, he's a funny bloke. Yeah. But no, everything's gonna get back to normal, and we're gonna look back and go, wow, we experienced this. This is an unusual experience.
We should go back to Southwest Rocks and do a show there.
Yeah, at her house.
Yeah. Southwest Rocks and Rockhampton.
Yeah, anything with the word rock in it's got to be shit.
Yeah, right.
Something bad's going to happen.
Yeah, Rockdale.
Rockdale, yeah.
You used to live near Rockdale.
Yeah. I got bashed in Rockdale.
Did you?
No.
Oh.
But I will.
Yeah.
Just to have a story.
Yeah.
You know, just no. But it's amazing effort you made. You're that's why people want to you as a support act always. Everyone wants to work with Joel
because if anything gets stolen, they'll know that I'll go back and get the.
Yeah, you can leave your wallet behind. You can leave everything, and knowing
and Osborne will get onto the case.
Joel will eventually get there.
Yeah,
you know, it always ends well.
Yeah. Well, I was like, you were the first one I ever toured with, though. When your profile took off and you started your
remember those days
and your first theatre tour.
Yeah, they were good fun. Remember when people used to come and watch? They were great days.
You still do. You did well in Adelaide.
Yeah, I did well in Adelaide.
Yeah, in the Adelaide Fringe Festival last. You still pull a good crowd, Saleh.
Yeah,
and we went on our first tour, and you took me on the road with you, and I was so chuffed that you would ask me to do that first tour, and then Arj Barker on his first tour, he asked me to go on the road with him, and then Ando on the road with him, Jamoan.
Solving crime with Joel Osborne on the road.
One crime at a time.
The cops coming in, Joel, we really are stumped on this. Can you help us?
I'm like,
I'm working tonight, but after my show, I'll have a look at it.
I moonlight. That's what I do. I moonlight as a PI. A private investigator.
By night, he's a comedian. By day, he is a private detective. No, it's amazing the stories we have over the years.
Yeah, we have plenty more too.
Plenty more.
There are plenty more, Saleh.
If you enjoyed that journey with Joel Osborne and Akmal Saleh, there are plenty more.
Tune in next time.
For true. No,
we don't even need to embellish.
No, never. There's no need for embellishment.
But you in particular, Saleh, you have incidents in your life that are just like...
when I tell people, things that have happened to me, where I go, if I tell people the actual story, they're not going to believe me. They're going to think I'm trying to be funny or exaggerating. But, something like from my history, my auntie, I had an auntie Faiza. She had about 11 children. And one of her kids, she was breastfeeding him and the milk didn't come out of her breast. So instead of going to the doctor, her husband got her like a newborn puppy to suckle on her breast.
Like suckling on her teeth?
Yeah, like a breast pup. I just made that up. A breast pup, yeah. And it worked. And it worked.
Really?
Yeah, the milk started coming out. See, they don't believe in doctors. They go, no.
Was this in Egypt?
This is in Egypt.
This wasn't here.
No, country town in Egypt.
Oh, wow.
And and people would come and visit.
Was this like a town? Like, was this a normal thing? Like, how did he think of this?
I don't know.
Why? That would like a breast pump, maybe.
He maybe thought, I'll just give it a go.
Yeah.
And see what happens. Newborn
so he went
puppy.
And specifically bought the puppy in order for your auntie to be able to breastfeed.
Yeah, and it worked.
Wow.
Now, that dog now is going to uni. She brought him up. The kids. No, it's true. Wow. It was Auntie Faiza. She always tells this story. And I always think like when people came to visit to congratulate her on a newborn. Look at the puppy and go, wow, it just looks like his dad. Wow.
I was on a bus once after getting my I had root canal therapy done.
Oh yeah.
And I was under. I was like out of it. And I came out of it. Whatever drugs they put you on to have that.
Sure.
It's like a surgery, right?
Was it a dentist or did you buy something from Baskinville Station?
No, it was a real dentist.
Yeah.
It was in Balmain, Dr. Siebel.
And
he did the work, and I was living in Rose Bay at the time.
Oh.
And I had to get the bus back, and I was out of it. And I saw this lady get on with the baby, and I'm sitting on the back of the bus, and I turn, and the baby's just looking at me, staring, had these big eyes, and I was like half out of it. I noticed it was like the ugliest looking looking baby. It had these googly eyes too,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
just
yeah.
like an Ewok, just staring at me.
Wow.
And then it started rumbling.
It was the Exorcist baby.
Yeah, but
Did
then
it start projectile
no,
vomiting?
the thing like went like this and started going, and things like it was a dog.
It was a dog.
The lady had snuck it on like a baby.
It wasn't my auntie Phaser.
No.
No. That was years ago.
Yeah, I was so like out of it looking. Yeah, she had dressed it up to bring a dog onto the bus
Yeah.
with a little headgear on it.
I mean, that would be sad
yeah.
if it was actually not a dog but a baby, and he gets
dog-
that. He gets that all the time.
Dog face baby.
Yeah. Dog boy.
Dog boy.
You know,
Dog face boy.
When
Yeah.
people say I'm a dog person,
Yeah.
I'm a dog. I'm a dog man myself. Maybe it means like you're half man, half dog. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's,
that was yeah, I've just remembered that. I forgot all about that. Yeah.
No, I'm glad you remember.
I'm glad
that.
she didn't breastfeed it on the bus. Though.
Well, that would have been a better story.
Yeah, it would have been.
But it doesn't matter.
Auntie Phaser.
Auntie Phaser. No, she's still alive.
She is?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever visit her when you went back to Egypt?
No, she's living in Australia now.
she came out?
Yeah, she lives in Brighton Les Sands,
Oh.
and yes, and she's got like, wherever she goes, just puppies follow her.
Hang on, I just had a. I don't know if I'm making this up, but I remember you once telling me. I'm gonna sound like an idiot if I.
No,
if this isn't
never,
right.
never. There's no wrong answers.
Did
Go on, out you
did
go.
your mum squirt you with breast milk?
Yes, she did.
She did. All right,
Yes,
so I'm
yes.
not making this up.
No, not recently.
No.
when I was like maybe 3 or 4, 5.
You told me this many
Yeah,
years.
yeah. My mum, this is a family I come from. My mum thought it was hilarious to spray us in the face with her
With
breast
breast-
milk when we were kids. Like we'd be sitting there on the floor watching TV, and she'd be on the couch, and she'd go, "Hey!" and we'd turn around and get. And we'd be crying because we'd hate it.
Wow.
It was just like the weirdest feeling.
Yeah, of
Just-
course, yeah.
It was warm. It was warm.
But just seeing your mum's breast too would have been a weird
I know we
thing.
saw my mum's breast a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She used to breastfeed, and it was
But
really
to what
normal.
age? But when you're a kid, like when you're a baby.
Oh no, I was in my 30s. No, I wasn't breastfed myself. It was like it's my brother.
Right.
Yeah, and there was lots of when I was growing up, a lot of ladies would just pop one out, and feed the kids. It was normal. It was
Yeah, but
normal.
it's kind of normal now.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
you
natural.
see it.
You don't see it as often as I did. As
What,
a
back in
child.
the 70s? It was more.
70s, yeah.
Yeah, it was more prevalent.
Well, it's prevalent in my house.
Right, but what
Maybe
about in public in general? Because I used to think it was more hidden in public.
Yeah, well, it
Yeah.
is more hidden.
But I've seen it now. Like I've seen it like on the bus. Years ago I was on the bus and I was like, wow, okay.
yeah.
But it's weird when there's someone that's doing it that you kind of like. I've run into people that I kind of know, and then they just start breastfeeding as they're talking to you.
Yeah.
It's very.
I
it's very
saw a woman
uncomfortable.
breastfeeding in Perth, and she was in the mall.
Mm.
And when you're walking past, and she's like, some women hide it. She was like, just fully out, and that's
Right.
fine because the baby needs food.
What,
It's a
she was
natural
just
act.
sitting in the food court or something?
No,
in the mall,
she was
or-
sitting in outdoors in the mall,
Okay.
not indoors, outdoors. In the,
Okay.
Perth.
Yeah.
In that where the fountain is.
Yeah. I
And
know.
and I'm walking past, and there's not a lot of people around. She's got a boob out and big nipples, gigantic ones. I didn't notice that, but I'm walking by. I'm going, don't look, and make them feel uncomfortable. Don't look. But just as I'm walking past, your brain just goes, "I'll just have a quick look." It was out of curiosity. I wasn't trying to, and I'm very unlucky with stuff like that. As I looked at her, she looked at me. Our eyes locked, and she recognized me. She said, "Hey, Akmal."
Oh no.
I said, "Oh, hi." She goes, "You got a show here, have you?" I go, "Yeah, we got a festival here. I'm doing a show." And then it got really awkward. I wasn't.
The baby just stopped and looked at you too. Just
Well,
like that.
no, but when you're nervous, you come out with really stupid things. Because I couldn't just keep going.
yeah,
I had to make
yeah.
conversation, and it was really awkward. It was a bit of silence, and then all I could think of to say was, "Wow, he looks hungry." She said, "It's a she." Oh, I'm sorry. He looks hungry. What a dumb thing to say. Memories.
Many memories.
Many memories. Yeah,
Many memories.
a lot of memories.
Well, I think we should do this again and explore more memories.
Definitely. Well, I'm free. I'm free till about 2030.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'll probably not be alive anymore.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back on the road. It's going to be hard to do this when we're on the road. Like.
No, it won't. No, it won't. But that might be.
But
a
the
few
great
years.
thing, but the great thing with you, Akmal, is no matter whenever I'm hanging out with Arj Barker, he always says to me, "Have you spoken to Akmal lately?"
Yeah,
Because every time we talk, you always have a new story, and he loves your stories.
I know,
That you tell.
Yeah.
And there's many more of these stories which I look forward to reliving.
I'm glad I have you as a friend because you've got a much better memory than I do. Because I try, like if something is traumatic, you kind of tend
You
to block it out.
Yes.
And that's not good for comedians because traumatic stuff is usually the funniest.
Yes. It is.
And I'm glad I have a friend like you that will remind me of how much of a fuckwit I've been in life. It's fantastic.
Well, until next time.
Yes.